Yo, check this out. This is Wayne Wonder, representing for Warrior LTV. You see the vision, don't it? See the vision. Warrior LTV. Keep it locked.
Now, I'm gonna tell you. We, as bloggers, these are the issues that we need to address. You understand what I said? Set the bar for the youth. Share, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned to the channel. I don't know all this. Yeah. So, what we are trying to point out in another video is, oh, if we're not careful, we have a replay of the 1980s, late 70s, 1980s politics and election atmosphere in Jamaica. And I'm now point out a few of the traits them. Well, I've been pointing out the traits them, the industrial actions, the strike them, you know what I say, with the opposition, up on the street with the workforce, the strike force, the labor force, and you know, well, particularly this video, the Prime Minister talked about how to stop corruption in the contract world. All of this happened from in the 60s, come right up to the 70s, leading up to the election, where it's one of the main contributors to the violence and also the financial factor for the violence during them time there. You know, so all of them talk, yeah, and them you know, keywords and them sort of thing where I drop. I have to be careful. You know, see, be very careful, because all of them issues that should have been solved years ago and not be a talking point today. You know, see, so anytime I see them come back up with them, I see more strategy them I use. So we could get night anyway. Yes, brothers and sisters, greetings once again in the mighty name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I and all things good and wonderful amongst us. You know, see, I want to say, Salamu katika jina kuula uku wake kifalme mfalme Haile Selassie wa kwanza. You see, welcome viewers and subscribers. Viewers, if you like the content, subscribe and go to the platform. You know, see, this is today where I discuss a problem, an issue where of corruption where affect us for decades in Jamaica. You know, see, and we're gonna look into it. We're dig into it a bit because we see the Prime Minister do a video speech on the argument the other day, yeah, and you know, film concept of challenging this devil where I follow, you know, see, this monkey. So we are at the corruption within the construction business in Jamaica. Anyway, we are gonna make the Prime Minister take the floor without no further ado, and then we examine what he must say and what go on, and according to history how we know it. You know, see, we are going to discuss the Reed, we are going to discuss McGregor Gully, we are going to talk about the Ogilvy killing, we are going to talk about Contractor General and the 1966 World Bank loan that was given to Jamaica, the first loan Jamaica ever get. And we are going to talk about the Dacosta inquiry that was to ensue regarding the corrupt practices of the contractors of this era. So, make we dig in where the Prime Minister has a fair bit.
Sometimes we see contractors get work and they don't do the work properly, and then they turn up. Somehow they get work from the government somewhere else and do the same thing, don't perform, and the government gets a bad name, and the good contractors get a bad name. So we have asked the Public Procurement Commission to develop a policy and procedure that will start to make contractors performance based in terms of how they can get work from the government. There has to be a system that when the contractors actually do their work, they are rated, and if they don't perform, there is some consequence for them so that they don't end up back in the system with the same bad performance. That is absolutely necessary. So that is being examined, and I'm certain that within a couple of months we will be coming back to the country with a new policy and procedure as to how we engage contractors, the standards we expect of them, and the consequences they will face for non-performance or poor performance of contracts that they have been awarded. If the country is going to grow, as we know, we feel the growth coming, we see the employment increasing. On my way in, I'm seeing several excavators and backhoes and all kinds of projects going on. So work is going on, but it has to be properly managed. So we want to have a contractor corps who embrace technology, embrace best practices, they are performance oriented, and they have a modern outlook.
Yes, I. Some more time when our politicians them talk, I wonder if them just boring and lack of, I don't know, energy. For put some effort in where them are dealing that with them, I say, because the Prime Minister buck shuffle and a guess and spell regarding some things like what I say, historical issues them that we have. And the thing about them is that we had experts within the field who did their survey, so-called inquiry, and give their diagnosis of the situation and them suggestions what them should have make and make the implementations. You see, so like I'm saying in 1966, about that time frame, first of all, I try to get in touch with one of my esteemed reference point. Somebody who I know definitely will point out timelines and date and things like that, but I couldn't. I know the person when I'm looking at him in a Instagram message, I more realize say maybe that, you know, look forward for that dialogue this still. But I say go because at the end of the day, we're not perfect and don't expect this to be perfect. Again, it's researchable material where everybody can go look up themselves. So in 1966, the World Bank gave Jamaica its first loan, or allegedly its first loan, and the intent of the loan was to develop schools and education right across Jamaica. You see, it is said that only one school was built from the loan, actually, you know, see. And at the time, JLP didn't have power, and Bustamante was the leader of the day. However, the finance minister was Edward Seaga, who during this period did a fight a struggle between him and an ex-politician over the control of West Kingston, you know, the popularity process and things like that. So one of the best and easiest way to do that was to create housing and make the place look uplifting somewhat, which Seaga tap into that idea and come up with the project of Tivoli Gardens. Seeing it has strongly been alleged over the years that majority of the proceeds from the loan was used to build up Tivoli Garden in order to create that base, because them buck down Lizard Town and Bacawal. So that area essentially wasn't like one way motivated as it is today. Back then, you know, so you did still have a flexibility regarding the political support that would come from the area there. As I said, back in them days, the people was more loyal to the development and benefit of Jamaica, wherever them see best. That's where the thing go. It wasn't such a fanatical political thing. Go on, you know, see. However, they built up Tivoli Garden, and if that wasn't the case, due to a whole heap of suspected corrupt activity and things like that within the construction industry, it was necessity to have the Dacosta inquiry to point out what go on and how the country can best prevent these things from happening again. Now, what happened was that Dacosta inquiry came up with loads more and better recommendation than these, and them same recommendations here, where the Prime Minister has suggested now, like him a feeling in the dark for find tactics for challenge this simple issue that plague us. But I'll show you how it benefit the politician and all of them, because the whole corruption come right back over in the PNP party as well. From my knowledge when in the 1972 government change from Shearer government to Michael Manley government, PNP take over the party now. So the inquiry was still ongoing during this time. It never never make a decision yet. Now there was no recommendation. However, during the period while Michael Manley was in power, the recommendation was made. You understand? By this, the McGregor Gully project was already in process. I don't know if them start the goal yet or anything like that, but it have to be, was to be in progress and things like that, and work start go on and thing, and the same discovery, because it was a practice in Jamaica amongst politicians and things like that, for give them favorite fan big contractor where they never experienced it before for do them type of work. You see them usually give them it and things like that. And the contractor them usually just do it them. I mean, it's a hustle. So them just hustle it the best of them can to be a shortcut work. Even today, when you see the road them broke up and things like that, and you look on the amount of concrete, it's like a 1 inch asphalt, they can pure dirt and mud just going up the road. I don't know how these people are asleep at them bed at night time. You see, them people are the contractor, them and them type of people in Jamaica. Come like kind of Jamaica them come from. Them, it's like them move like somewhere else them come from and just come to Jamaica to come hustle. And after certain years, them go back. And people who born at Jamaica, it's like this is their intent. If you suck what them can suck out of Jamaica and run we go abroad with it, Rasta. You know, as is the example of the leaders, because none of them invest back. You know. At the end of the day, me and PJ Patterson come talk with a certain level of concern for lack of input back into the community from them themselves. I think him set up some program and some foundations and things like that. I've never looked too deep into it. You see, anyway, the Dacosta inquiry did make recommendations like get legitimate contractors and get, you know, people who has got like the fund, make them bid fee. Them already got the fund. Probably after them do the work, them get paid after the inspection and things like that. And there were consequences for people who do inferior work and things like that. In a nutshell, you know, see, no, the JP government know all of these things. You know, see, because obviously it's an inquiry and it was, you know, see, but it wasn't published. And you never need an inquiry to know these things. These are standard practices worldwide when you come on to the issuance of government contracts and contracts of any sort. You see, they don't necessarily be their own money, but usually expect the best work. You see, no inferior business regardless of how it was financed. You see, so what go on here now is that when the corruption start show its head, rather McGregor Gully, you see, when they read them start wash car with beer and use money like chalice and all them sort of thing there, the man them right across east, the man we call themselves big man them time there. You see, when them man they now start come under pressure, action start coming to question now and thing like that. All what go on, copper, yeah? See, the outcome and everything was stored and cooked there. So Kappa did in a prison and escape in 1976 and come out and him dead and him never partake much in the going on around there. Obviously him a stepper and him go get film share money whenever, however, but he never dip on ground like a dictate who get war, what get war, whatever. To be fair, Kappa, the one side I get where him forget. You know, see? And him get that not because him demand it, but just out of respect from the others, a man them with the whole place. See? Kappa a robber, Kappa the road and things like that. Tony Brown and George Flash just come back from prison. You see? And was advised, wisely advised, not to get involved because by this time, Ogilvy was quite active. You see? And not only vibrant in implementing the recommendations of the Dacosta inquiry, but also prosecuting the corrupt players in the gully work, in the McGregor gully work. You know, see it? So it was news, it was public knowledge that people was gonna go to prison, even people who were still working actively. I think at one point the work stopped. During this process, the work stopped for point out the thing. Name that the published name in the newspaper and thing like that. One of the biggest contractors on the work got sentenced and sent to prison, and about 1982 him win some mistrial or appeal type thing and come back out of prison. I don't remember his name. I'm not interested in calling name here now because in stagnate economy and entertain and maintain a problematic principle where still a befall us today, and it's like you can't say blame the man them take it can govern a PMP party where there was something where the labor right them use to do for them thing. However, you know see it, so when the ball coming at PMP and them not showing a better talent or skills than the GLP, to be fair. You know see it? So when Ogilvy was that active, now people start feel threatened, and the same contractor them who was handsomely fed, you know see, during the gully process, make up and decide for kill Ogilvy, and it was open, like me say, you know. And two man take on the contract and go deal with it because of money, and them a look upon it from us against them perspective, point of view. You know, see it as soon as we want to make money. Because the catalyst now where them use to create characterize Ted Ogilvy was that, which is true in essence. They got be a labor right contractor now. I gotta get the PNP contract them, the contract them to do work in a PNP government, because part of the suggestion was like the contractors who get the work have to be qualified, registered, and have a substantial sum. You have to have a certain criteria, fit a certain criteria now to become a contractor. And the past government has merely facilitated this for its supporters. You understand? Because them just come out of government and them experience no more in the construction or the contractor, government contract type side of things. You understand? So they're more equipped to deal with it than the PNP side. So the PNP now feel threatened and feel disrespected because our PNP now come implement rules on us for the disrupt our benefits from politics, the proceeds that the GLP has inherited or benefited from and developed themselves to that point. You see, this was the argument, like a justification for going against Ted Ogilvy. You know, see it? So all of this were bro gonna come with already play out in the politics decades already. When enough of the youth them know when I talk to now remember. All that you say, the imagination in a Jamaica regarding politics, it's disrespectful, Rasta. You know, see, the man them not respect you them. And it's because you them not pay attention to politics no more. We see it in the past two elections, how demoralized the Jamaican community is with politics and them politicians. You know, see, the people, they just a film politician and politician and pay money and buy vote openly in a public and no come and fight, no consequence. I mean, it was obvious as day. I mean, people even admit it and try and make it look like you do it, so we can do it too. Openly. You know, see? So, after over 50 odd years, yeah, after discovery, yeah, we know I got still a struggle with solution for a problem that was already solved. This is not real. This is unreal. This is insincere. You see it? Them guys all look political prop. It's entirely what it's about. You see, none of this is happening in the interest of the people of Jamaica. None of this is happening in the interest of righteousness or truth. Yeah, sorry I have to run great about my neighbor. But yeah, all of this just seems and sounds like deja vu somewhat. You see, all of this to me feels like some guy just, underrate or underestimate the political atmosphere today. That's why them try to breed this level or this power in some little 20-year-old youth to call themselves. They know what them call themselves again. They remember what them call themselves. Not interested anyway. We don't know history, you see. And a benefit of they already learned lesson, taught lesson by Marcus Garvey was say, a people without his history is just lost. You see? And it's mainly black people nowadays. I deny them history and I refute and I try to claim to them I create something new in this time when we late. You see? I don't know what sort of new, I don't know what kind of new ability them develop or all that. I don't know where them go with that. I'm not even interested in that. Distraction that. You see? And that's why them sort of youth them focus on and try push them youth, push them agenda through them little youth there. Where and I destroy all that was already, all of the advancement they will make already as a people. You see, our leaders, them more than anybody else, set back our development more than anybody else. I mean, them facilitate it, them maintain it, them know the secret and everything. But, them not do nothing for embrace any level of challenge to that which befall us. You know, see the reggae music, that's the dance hall there. It's a world brand. Yet still, see nobody a push that or influence it or try to capitalize or benefit or fight or allow poor people to do what they do as it's their creation. You see, create that out of nothing. You see, one man would have loved to sit down and reason with, not even reason with, sit down and listen to. And the doctor cut him out with a knife. You see, it's surprising. It's not surprising, but we could expect the truth of the man there spit is like it's basic facts. It's when you listen to the articulation of the simplicity, it's like we all are stupid. You see. So have them imagination there. I mean, no, say it's not like it's restricted to the dark. You see, when no say the politician them have them imagination and them thinking to our resource for consultation. See that knife there? That reason with them every day if me find myself in a power like that. If me have the interest of Jamaica in heart, me not go digging enough too much about Dr. Knife, because the thing is, me want to do a program regarding him in its entirety. You see, so you will look like about my age and thing like that, but it's not from his academic standpoint with which he observes things. He explained it, he simplifies it from that standpoint, but believe you me, ghetto. You see it? I want to say ghetto, you see, again, we've got a different definition of ghetto from the rest of the world. When the rest of the world, and here them create them word and here we use it a certain way, them automatically put for them distinction or definition to the term. You see, which is right. You see, but like me I say, we do things different. You see, we mean foundation, down to earth. You see, yeah. That what mean when we say ghetto. We don't really mean a mentality. You know, see it. In our case, ghetto is a geography. Yes, Rasta. You know, see it? Yeah. So, yeah, and that's why I drop it. I want to go do the research and see which part this a come from. How long, how many years ago. And our Prime Minister still come back with them stupidity today. This shouldn't be a factor in the Jamaica society. It shouldn't be a problem issue. Such a big issue where it need a whole broadcast, Rasta. You know, see, as I say, from the 70s, early 70s, I remember date exactly. I mean, I hope we have a virgin, Nerville MacLeod. Yeah, I made a try link up, forget the date, timeline from proper reference point, the Monday, historic. You know, see it, so without bias. You know, see it, so what going on now is that it might fill in them thing there in the comment section, because I aim that still. A man know for put where we are trying to say in the words like how Dr. Knife would have doing thing then. See? So give thanks once again. I'm gonna drop the thing. You know, see it? More life, more love, more respect. Share, like, and subscribe. And don't forget for share, like, and subscribe. You give thanks. Rastafari.